get started, please hit that like and subscribe button down there. Really appreciate your support. All right, we're gonna pack our bags and we're gonna head on over to Finland. I got a band out there that's been together approximately 4 years. These guys are absolutely spectacular. They're bringing music back in a full circle. These guys are a throwback in time. Their name is Ghoulstars, and they're my next featured guest today on King of the Pit. Let's go, baby!
Interested in the unknown, the mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here.
From outer space, evil villains with a smile on the face, flying saucers and open graves, they to end God days, unnecessary surgery, post-mortem insanity.
Can your heart stand the shocking fact about grave robbers from outer space?
Of its venomous skin, the face melts into a strange kind of grin. Manipulation, fleeing growls, my pollution, mushroom clouds. Sundown on an old man's heart, silent like a poisonous dart. Clouded by the shadows of grief, the monster attack beyond belief.
On this earth, know that there is a time to live and that there is a time to die. Yet death is always a shock to those left behind. It is even more of a shock when death, the brown brother, comes suddenly without warning.
Rubble sleeves, got for kicks. Swallowing knives, mouths and brains. Dead jobs, teeth and dreams. Body snatchers, evil schemes. Great promise from outer space, yeah.
Hello, it is Hella Ghoul from the Ghoulstars here. Just sending you greetings, all the best wishes from Finland. Hope everything's fine and well for you guys. And then let's get into the stuff we are about to put out and release and come up with in near future for the interview for the King of the Pit. As a band, the Ghoulstars is pretty young one. We've been together for, I'd say 3-4 years maybe, but each of us has been playing in bands for quite some time, decades, you know. So I think I started playing music around 95 or something like that. So in bands. So it's been coming for quite a long time, and all of the guys in this band have been playing in other groups for several years. But as for the Ghoulstars, the band is just a couple of years old. The Ghoulstars is something quite old-fashioned in a sense. So I hope it might even feel fresh today because it's so old school. We all grew up in a time when bands had big and catchy choruses, real vocals, not the screamy ones. Growing up with bands like, you know, Misfits, Bad Religion, Testament, Iron Maiden, Alice Cooper, The Stooges, you know, the whole thing. So when we started this band, at first we were thinking of doing it in more of like a black trash kind of a way with screamy vocals, but with time passing, we started thinking, how cool would it be actually if there would be, you know, real vocals involved. And when we met LL Ghoul A, or our current vocalist, things kind of like clicked together nicely, because all of a sudden the songs had a lot more context and, you know, substance, because they could be made even more catchier, and something, you know, you could sing along like you could with Twisted Sister when we were kids. So yeah, I think what makes Ghoulstars unique is it's music made by elderly people in their mid somethings, you know, but still, when looking back enough, things go like full circle. So in these days, a lot of people are going with very extreme and aggressive and progressive and dissonant and, you know, abrasive kind of music. But I think it felt quite cool to be able to deliver something that you can sing along and bang your head to, like you could when we were kids, you know. So this is kind of one of those things go around and things come around kind of things with the Ghoulstars. We come from a town in Finland called Kuopio. It's quite in the very middle of Finland, so it's a home to a couple of older bands like Demilich, you know, the one of a kind, unique, absolutely fantastic death metal group, and great heavy metal band Tarot is from Kuopio. Dead Chain, Winterwolf, you know, a lot of good bands. You know, Kuopio is a cozy town. It's not too big, it's not too small, and it has, you know, regular gigs. Beheri played there just some time ago. So yeah, it's all right. The scene is all right. Not the biggest thing in the world, but not the smallest either. I hope there would be probably, we could use a couple of more, you know, venues, but who wouldn't, you know? After all, it's, the bands know each other quite well in a town of our size, so it's community thing to play in a band in Kuopio. It's kind of nice. I like it. we just released our first album, The Dark Overlords of the Universe, the Season of Mist, and we are quite proud about it. Just 34 minutes of catchy horror punk rock kind of a thing, with a little bit of Twisted Sister, quite a bit of punk attitude of Bad Religion, Misfits, Fear, and then a lot of horror movie aesthetic. So it's nothing political at all. It's just like an alternative reality where it's always midnight and the spooks come around your town and there's some mist swirling around and all the cliches that make horror films great. So as the world is what it is today, I at least feel amazing that maybe for an hour or so we can provide for our fans something they can get into and forget about all the not so comfy things about current world. So yeah, it's escapism in a sense. The dark overlords of the universe, horror punk, horror rock, Twisted Sister, Alice Cooper, Misfits, the whole thing. It's been done before, but it could be done a little bit more too. So I hope people find it. The Dark Overlords came out via Season of Mist. That is quite a big label, and so it's well promoted everywhere. You can get physical copies from I suppose all main record stores. You can find it from Spotify, Bandcamps, the usual stuff, and then YouTube. Go ahead and see what it's all about. Maybe you like it. Maybe. What's next for 26? Well, we just released our first album, and then we're hoping to support it on a handful of gigs on later part of the year. There's some discussions going on about playing a couple of shows, and we've been a Halloween house band in this venue in Kuopio for several years already, even though our album just came out. But we played their Halloween party for like 3 years at least in a row. So we're gonna do that again. And then there's been some discussion going on about doing some gigs further towards the end of the year. So let's see what happens, and then hopefully people find our new album, discover it, and start listening to it. So of course that takes us to stages then, and then if you like what you hear, just tell your local venues and promoters about our band, and there's a good chance that we might come over. All right. So thanks a million, King of the Pit, for having this interview done. It's nice we could finally find a common schedule to organize this. For the fans and people following the channel, check out the Ghoulstars. If you're into horror films, if you're into punk rock, if you're into Twisted Sister, Alice Cooper, White Zombie, you might find our stuff interesting. And then take a listen and get some feedback going. Tell us what you like it, how you like it. Do you find it, decent? or do you love it, or do you hate it? Just let us know. And then if you like it, spread the word. You know, we are just still quite a new band. We have just one album out, but we're already writing the second one. So hopefully it won't take too many years till we follow up for the second album. But right now we are focusing on promoting the first. So thanks again for having us. Thanks again for checking us out, and then see you in the pits.